beautiful love goddesses. How are you on this beautiful day? I am coming to you to talk more on the subject of a love goddess, how to embody her, how to bring her back to life. And a lot of women coming to me saying they gotten disconnected from their love goddess, they forgot who they are, or they lost touch with themselves and they need to find that. It's always fascinated me that that whole expression of I need to find myself. And it's been very interesting for me to kind of unpack that and dive into that and learn, what does finding yourself really mean? Did you lose your hands in the woods and you need to go find it? Like, what does finding yourself even mean? And over the years that I worked with women who have lost themselves, I can somewhat put this into words. And finding yourself means redefining yourself. Each woman is going through stages in her life where she is growing. Certain things are no longer fitting in her life. Certain things she's outgrown. The roles that she's played, she's outgrown. The people that she used to communicate with, she's outgrown that circle. So we, as human beings, we are on a continual journey of growth. And as we are on this continual journey of self-growth and self-development, we find ourselves that our previous environment and previous roles and previous identities no longer fit. And as we find that our previous identities no longer fit, we find ourselves in the situations where the older you is no longer working, but the new you has not yet been developed or shaped up. And in that sense, finding you means redefining who you are or who you want to be. And you really need to have that connection with yourself and self-knowledge and that time where you spend that time alone with yourself to learn who the new you is. Because the old you is no longer working. The old you no longer brings you happiness. The old you is not fitting into your new life or the life that you are trying to achieve, right? And redefining you is going to take time. And sometimes I wouldn't say it's a torturous process, but it may take layers. It may take going in circles around and around and around and thinking, oh, you finally got it, only to find out that this is not it, or it's not the whole story and there's so much more to it, right? So redefining you simply means that you are on this continual search for aligning what the new you is going to be with the actual new you are going to create. And it does not come, like, you have to put the idea forward before this idea can be fulfilled by you. You have to know the personality and persona and who that new person is in the future in order for you to know the path or for the path to be shown to you. You have to know where you want to go and what your desires are in order for that new path to be shown to you. You have no control of the path. It is not up to you to define the path. It's up to you to follow the guidance, follow the steps, follow the inspirations, and your desire is your main GPS. Your desire is your main GPS. But most women do what? They are not trained to spend time with themselves. They are not accustomed to sitting down and calming their mind and meditating and really finding that alignment with their desires. And so a lot of women are looking for validation on the outside of themselves. A lot of women are looking for someone else to define them. A lot of women are trying to be pretty or look nice or be a certain body size in order for someone else to love her. What she's truly seeking is that validation so she can love herself. She has put someone else on a pedestal to be more important than her own opinion. She has decided, and that's simply a story that she has created for herself. She has decided that someone else is more important than her own opinion. Whoever that person is, that could be a significant other, that could be society, that could be a book she read, that could be anything. And somewhere along the lines, she picked up that story that she internalized, and she's trying to live by that story. And a lot of times it comes unconsciously from our childhood. We followed our parental guidance. We were told what to do, how to do it. And if we weren't doing it right, we received some sort of punishment, or we learned there are consequences to certain actions. And that is the part that we need to unlearn, because once you are out of your family nest, you're on your own. And so what women are trying to do, they're trying to find another person. In most case scenarios, that this would be a man that she would try to prove herself to, right? Instead of taking that charge and really claiming that her word is more important, she defines who she is and what she wants to be in life. Not a man, not her mother, not her father, not her family, not the society, not the church. She herself defines who she is. That is the most important lesson we need to learn from this. That is the most important lesson we all need to internalize. We are in charge of defining who that woman is. And we use our desires as a guidance system to find that woman, the new woman that you are becoming. A lot of women have lost themselves in the motherhood simply because motherhood requires a lot of masculine action. There is nothing feminine about motherhood. It's about doing, screaming at your kids, putting them to bed on a schedule, taking them to doctors. There is nothing feminine about motherhood. Maybe. That is why I knew I wasn't aligned with the path of motherhood. And I thought, okay, like I had one kid, that's plenty for me, right? I love him to death, don't get me wrong. But the feminine path, the feminine way is not about doing. It's not about schedule. It's about being aligned with your desires and following your desires on a whim almost. That is why men would say, oh, women are so unpredictable. Of course, because we follow our intuition. We follow our feminine guidance. We follow what feels good and we follow our pleasure. In fact, our feminine guidance comes from our root chakra, where we store our unused kundalini energy, which is our sexual energy, which is our erotic energy, which is what I call love goddess. Right? So following that guidance, following the sensation, the tingling, oh, it feels like it inspires you. You like, oh my God, that feels good. I need to follow that. That is what I call following the pleasure. That is your guidance system to be where you need to be and go where you need to go and path that you need to follow. And when you feel good, and you follow that, you are in the flow. You are in alignment with that guidance system that you have been given by the Creator. You have that guidance system, that GPS within you. So your only job is to really know where you want to be going, so you will be shown the path. That's your only job. You don't need to figure out the path, the way to get there, the what to do about it. You just follow what feels good. And if you follow what feels good, you will get there eventually. You need to drop the timelines. You need to drop the drama around it. In my case, I had a very specific timeline. I have to have this employee and that help and this and those duties, responsibilities. And as much as I'm trying to control this energetically, it's not happening. It's not coming to me, and it's coming to me with a struggle where what I am learning, I need to get back into my own guidance, of a love goddess that will guide me. And my love goddess tells me, drop the struggle, drop the drama, drop your timelines, drop the need to have someone in place, drop all of this. And once you drop it and follow the pleasure, follow the fun, have fun in the process, make everything that you do a fun, enjoyable process, even though it may seem or present itself like a struggle. If you follow the fun, follow the pleasure, your love goddess will show you the way out, because your love goddess is what your attractive energy is, your law of attraction energy is. And if you follow that fun, I will attract the people who are attracted to fun, right? They would beg me to help me, to work with me. And that is my guidance system. That is what my love goddess is telling me. If you have a problem that you are struggling with, what does your love goddess telling you? That is something to think about.